Shalom, shalom to the house of Israel with the Hebrew Israelite coming in, week in and week out to chant down Babylon. But, we did chant down Babylon for a long time. But to be honest with you, right now, we're on that new wine. We're trying to, let Isaiah 33 and 6 really, be, a lifestyle, right? Teaching people the truth, or, showing them how to really, benefit from this truth and what is what. All right? That's what we're supposed to do anyway. But before we start, we will turn to the east and we'll give our praises. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Rakah, Kodash. All right? That will honor us to the apostle of Great Millstone. All right? And that will honor us to the brother Hashem. All right? Peace salutation to the church of Yahweh Shai and to the elect who are doing the work, in the four corners of the earth, man. Shalom, half the brothers and sisters who are awaiting the return of our Lord and Savior, the Yahushai HaMashiach. All right? So, today, we'll just, go through it, man. We'll just, open the eyes, once again, man. As you know, go to Revelation 13. Let's read it for a bit. Revelation 13. Let's start 9 all the way to 18. I'd like to talk a bit about what you know. I can't say it because these days, man, they don't play. Right. So the 13, and you start 9. They go all the way to 18, right? So you will know what I'm talking about. As you should. I don't need to say no, trigger word that they can use against me. So. But I would like to talk about and go deeper into it.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 13,
right?
Verse 9.
Bring that out.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
Right, and unfortunately, our people don't really care, man. They don't have the ear to hear, knowledge. They're not focused on hearing knowledge or taking information in. They just want to, follow the big system and be in the matrix. But, they're in for a big surprise, man. So carry on.
Verse 10.
Right?
He that leadeth into captivity.
So he that leadeth into captivity
shall go into captivity.
Shall go into captivity. Yep. So if you know that the Edomite took us into captivity, man. All right? And the words, which is true, and the prophecy, who are true, are telling us that the same way that took us into captivity, right? They shall go into captivity, man. All right, and that's just a fact. So right now, they're enjoying the kingdom. All right, they must enjoy the kingdom because it won't be like that forever, man. All right, it won't be like that forever. There will be slaves like we were slaves. That's just common sense, man. That's just being fair. That's life, But when you go into the Christians, they're telling you, oh no, you have to forgive. But the thing about it, you can forgive your brother. But the Most High requires the past.
But they have such jokes.
Right, so they don't understand that the same way these people came at us, it's the same way we're gonna go out. We're gonna come at us as well. The same way that took us down, that's how we're gonna take them down.
Yes.
That's just the way the Most High deal with the reality. All right. So yeah, carry on.
He that killeth.
Right?
With the sword.
He that killeth with the sword
must be killed with the sword.
Must be killed with the sword. And that destroyed us, man. Slavery, colonialism, all of that. And they still destroy us by means of education and by means of the Babylonian wine. All right? The way, the lifestyle, and the philosophy, the fake doctrine, and the doctrine of Baal, right? So they will have the same outcome as well. They will pay for whatever they did to us, man. That's not being wicked, that's just being just.
Well, it says the Most High is a righteous God, right?
Right, he's a righteous God and he's a just God. And the Bible says a false balance is an abomination to Yahweh, man. So as they did that to us, we shall do that to them, right? Carry on.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So here is the patience and the faith of the saint. And when they say patience and the faith of the saint, that's how far. In this truth, Once you come in the truth and you know who you are, you gotta exercise patience, man. Because you will see a lot of things that will piss you off. You know, it will seem like the Most High is not with you, man. You know, it will seem like he's not with you. It will seem like he doesn't love you. You know, things are like people are dragging their feet around you. Things that, you know, the prophecy are very slow to come to pass. You're catching hell. You're like, bro, is this like, bro, it's like, this is a lie, man. I'm wasting my time. I might as well go back into what I do and live my life.
Old life, yeah.
You know, because things are not happening, but the Most High is telling you to be patient, man. You know, have faith. You know, though the prophecy tarry, you know, it will come, man. All right, carry on.
Verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth.
Right.
And he had 2 horns like a lamb.
Hello?
And he spake as a dragon.
Right.
Verse 12. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him.
Right, and what you need to understand is this, right? Is the fact that,
I'm by Tesco.
yes, if the fact that they speak like lamb, you know, so that's the political system, the democracy, the way they do things in a smooth way. Right now, they're bringing out, you know, the new currency, the digital one. People think that they don't understand that it will lead to the real deal, the real thing. They think it's just another thing, oh, let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand that ultimately will lead them into the trap that these are already prepared for the nations, and especially for the Israelites. Okay, carry on.
No, not until we're reading the Bible.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein
How long are you going to read?
to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
Right, so that's the Roman Empire. When I say Roman Empire, actually,
where the furniture is.
the real Roman Empire is well, I'm talking about the Edomite when they took over at some point.
Huh?
You know, they took over and then, you know, how people came back again to take them down. That's what you know as the Dark Ages. But really, there's a pre-Dark Ages. If you go to the Greek civilization, we were up in there, man. We were as well. And then we fell, they came back, and then, you know, boom, you know, the Dark Ages, the Renaissance came, and then came back into power. That's what he's talking about, you know. But if our people don't know the history, they wouldn't see when, you know, the dragon is making moves. That's why it's important, this knowledge open your eyes, man, you know, for the real thing. Carry on, my life.
Verse 13.
Right?
And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. Is that talking about?
Let me see. What are you reading? Yeah. So that's the 14. Yeah, that's the whole system, man. How they deceive us, you know, with like I say again, the philosophy, the way that they're not direct. They're using, you know, trigonometry, you know, to pull the wool over our eyes. They're using, you know, the media. They're using diplomacy. They're using the school system, education, you know, the TV, you know, internet to bring about the plan, but they're doing it in a sneak way, you know. Carry on.
Verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Right, he has power to give life into the image of the beast. So, you know, his power is very strong and it's very alive all over the globe. And they have many, you know, tentacles. They have many ways to actually, you know, get to you. You know, like I said, democracy is one. The school system, the brainwashing, the whitewashing, you know what I'm saying, hiding certain information. and feeding you the false information, the false narrative, and things like that, right? So that's what the beast is, man. All right, carry on.
That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, so this is what we're going into right now. You know, they're forcing us into, you know, a digital world where everything is centralized. Yeah, where they can control everything. All right, this is where we're going, and very soon, you know, if you're not part of it, well, they will seek your life, man. You know, they will seek your life, and that's why the Bible speaks of the hour of the temptation. You know, it will increase, and you will get to a point where the Most High. That's why the Bible also said in the second measure 16 that, you know, they shall know who his elect are. All right, because of the power that his elect will hold. You know what I'm saying? We will have some power, you know, to elect, hopefully, the power of the number, that the world will see, and they will understand that, wow, this guy's got the light, man. All right, and the Most High will do that, because it will be so hard that without the assistance of Yahweh, Ma'ashem Yahweh Shai, it won't be possible to live on earth, because they will want to control every segment of your life, every angle, every inch of your life. All right, you won't be able to escape. All right.
Those days, those who resist the beast. In those days, those who resist the beast, obviously, like Heavenly Father will see that they might be the elected, shining before the Father. Once you're resisting all the wiles of the beast, say, Yahweh will see that they need to mind. Will come back for them. Yahweh shall come back and
and that's it. And even right now, he sees you doing the work. He sees you prophesying to the winds. He sees you fighting to be faithful, because in this kingdom, you know, sometimes you wake up and you don't feel well. Sometimes you wake up, there's a lot of things going on in your mind, but you got to put that aside and be strong and, you know, thug it out, ride it out, you know, soldier it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. But the Most High sees it all, man.
No, but not many, obviously we all know that not many people are doing that. Look at us. I'm not trying to boast or nothing, but look at us before the people of society. Very few.
Very few. How many, look at how many niggas are in these, you know, in these, so.
This is only for me, you know.
Yeah, but I'm talking about even us right now, doing the work right now. It's not, I mean, how many come around us, man? No. The only guy that comes is Mitch.
Not even a handful of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not even a, you know what I'm saying?
Not even a handful. Is the only guy that comes from time to time is Mitch.
And
out of all those goons and all those street guys, the only guy that came is Mitch. Yeah. That's why I don't put the pressure on Mitch, because I understand what the struggle, what it is, man. All you can do is pray for brothers and allow brothers. Honestly, there's order to it. But bro, you gotta understand at the end of the day, you have to let, you know, everything take its own course. You know, it's very important. And at the end, you will see the movie clear. You will have clarity. But if you're trying to do things yourself, you're gonna be carnal, and it's not gonna move as the Most High wanted to move. You know what I mean? But yeah, carry on reading, my lord.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Right, so that's what's coming, man. You know, and that's why we tell you brothers about the new one. Because what the new one will do, it will open your eyes, your intelligence, your intellect, your spirit. You know what I'm saying? It will prepare your body for what's coming. But you gotta understand, you enter the body with your body, that body, your physical, and with your mind, and wherever you know. And that's what will help you survive. The spirit that's on you, by you hearkening to his, you know, is the wisdom and the voice. That's what will allow you to survive, man. So the new one is important. We can't just be stuck on one thing. Like some people will say, oh, and I always repeat that. I always bring back that Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge stability at that time. What does it really mean? You're applying that, and I told you that one little, you know, example is the Esau. Because your body works with your spirit. In French, they say, un esprit saint dans un corps saint. It means that a Holy Spirit in a holy body. So you gotta learn to clean your body. The more you're clean outside, the more you're clean inside. Because your body now allows the spirit to come. I mean, the spirit of the Most High Selassie to come in, to dwell in you, with the right, and to show you things. That's one little step. But there's other steps. All right, there's other steps. And we need to get into the step because otherwise it's gonna be, we're gonna be just equal warriors. But from Monday to Monday, we're just niggas. All right, like what happened between ICPK and IUIC when, I don't know if you heard of it, 30 guys or something like that from IUIC came, like me and you were doing the work. Let's say there's 4 of us, we're doing the work at our usual spot. And then a group come from nowhere, and they come and start and do preach over there. So one thing happened, one thing lead to another, we start fighting, and those 30 subdued us and called the police on us. What kind of nonsense is that? IUIC subdued ICPK in America, and one of them came, and they called the police on it. You know what I mean? And that's because we're not taking time to see the bigger picture, to understand what's really coming. We stuck into that really, negativism. And that's why, that's why we, have to separate ourselves from a lot of carnality and really follow the spirit, man. You gotta follow the spirit. That's the best. That's your best bet. Carry on.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads.
And that's what will bring Jacob trouble, man. That thing that we know, you know that one, you know the one I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? That thing is coming, and that will usher in Jacob trouble. Now let's talk about Jacob trouble. That's the new one now. So you see, I started with an introduction just to get to the new one, man. Just to get to the new one. I wanna give you a bit of the understanding, man, regarding the whole thing. All right. So Jacob trouble, Go to finish it, Malak.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 660.
Right. His number is 600, and we all know what it means. Look, that's what I'm saying. We spoke so many times about it. I don't even need to talk about it. You all know what it is. Now let me get into some depth, that might help you. Let's come here. You don't know if she's gonna come back. If you come back, that's me avoiding you. See, it's real. Look, the more you know the tribe, the more you're in peace. Because you know how to deal with each one of them. It's easy. Don't stress yourself. Just be in the spirit, Everything. Remember Proverbs 20 and 24. Very important. Right? So, Jacob trouble, man. Go to Jeremiah 30 and 37. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Amen. Jeremiah 30 and 7.
27.
Jeremiah 30 and 7.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7.
Bring that up.
Alas, for that day is great.
Alas, for that day is great.
So that none is like it.
For that none is like it.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble.
It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, man.
But he shall be saved out of it.
But he shall be saved out of it. And we know when we go to Daniel 12 and 1, that, you know, it's the elect that will be saved out of it. But now I want you to give you another understanding about Jacob Trouble. You know, what is Jacob Trouble? As you stand right now, right, the CBDC officially have started in Jamaica, which is for the most part Benjamin, all right? And in Nigeria, it started as well. If you go to Nigeria, you will see that, you know, they brought in a new currency, trick the people saying that, oh, bring, you know, your old notes, and we're gonna give you new notes. When they did that, before they knew it, they went to try to retrieve some money, and there's barely any new notes. But then you can go, everything is digital, right? That's how they treat the people. And in my country, in Africa, right now, what they're doing is that they're making the network, like let's say the network like Orange, Vodafone, they're making it expensive, and then they're bringing a new digital one where you don't have to go, you know, yes, it's cheaper. So people don't go for it, obviously trying to avoid it expense. So you see, the dragon has many ways to get you, man. All right, they say there's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? And there's definitely more than one way to shoot a gun. All right, so the snake, he has more than one way to bite you, man. All right, so that's what he's doing. But my point is this: he has started officially in Jamaica, which is predominantly in Benyamia, all right, and in Nigeria, which is predominantly Ephraim, right? Now you understand why. You understand why, right? The reason why, because the Most High work with signs, man. The Most High work with signs. All right, so like, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh work with signs. Why did he start the program, the digital program in Nigeria and in Jamaica? Because we're going to go into something you will understand. You see, Jacob, Jacob had how many children? How many women? How many wives? No, he had how many wives? He had 2 wives. Who? Rachel and Leah. Who did you love the most? You love Rachel. And we're going to go into it. Right? So I say, why? I say, the CBDC officially started in Jamaica, which is predominantly Benyamia, and in Nigeria, which is predominantly Ephraim, and that's the beginning of Jacob Trouble. Why? Because the only time Jacob was greatly troubled was when Joseph was sold to Egypt. All right, and the next time he was troubled is when Benyamia, right, went to Egypt with his brothers, and then what happened is that Joseph, they didn't know Joseph, because Joseph became like the prime minister. He was a big man now. He changed his appearance, and they didn't know him. Right. So what he did, like, as he gave him the corn they came to buy, he gave him some money, and he put his silver cup in the pocket of Benyamia. So he said, okay, Leo, go back to wherever you came from. So I was as I was going back, the servant of Joseph ran back to them, got him and said, what do you have in your pocket? What do you have in your pocket? And he said, so you came here to steal? He said, but we didn't steal, we came with our own money. So they brought them back to Joseph. And Joseph now, they checked him, they say, oh, so Benyamia, the little one, is the one that stole the thing. And then Judah was like, no, please, Joseph, I'm sure you're like, Pharaoh, help us come out of the situation, because Benyamia, his father loved him a lot. So, his father loves already Joseph. Not knowing when he's speaking to Joseph, he says his father loves already. You have a little brother that, he loves Joseph. And then imagine if you lose again Benyamia. So that proves to you that Jacob loved who? Joseph and Benyamia. You know, when you got children, you got always little favorite children. There's you love them more, but there's always a couple of them that stands out that you can relate to maybe to them or something like that. That's what's happening. And the reason why Jacob loved them so much is because he loved Rachel. We'll go into it. All right. So Jacob travel, right? Is starting with the soul Jamaican and the soul Nigerian. And for some reason today, I've got a guy from Jamaica.
I'm not
and a girl from. No, you know what I mean by
my
that.
dad's from Jamaica. Yeah, I don't refer to myself as
No, Malak, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean by that, yeah? You know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain something, yeah? So let me do that. So you got a Jamaican kid that came from Jamaica, the Nyamla from Jamaica. You got a Zabulon from Jamaica, from Nigeria. You know? See, the Most High don't lie. So let me keep on reading. He said, for instance, everywhere you go in the UK, you will see a Jamaican shop and a Nigerian shop. So therefore, the Most High put a spirit on Esau to start with those two tribes, those two people, you know, because the Nigerian and the Jamaican amongst our tribe make the most money. And culturally, they're the most popular. In Jamaica, we know, Nigeria, we know. They're the two most popular, man. So the Most High start with them. Why? Because Jacob, our ancestor, our forefather Jacob, he loved Rachel. But Rachel was the little sister. And in the custom, you know that it's the big sister that get married because Leah, she had like eyes a bit. She wasn't too beautiful. But Rachel was beautiful. But Jacob loved Rachel for her beauty, but he didn't love Leah because Leah wasn't as beautiful as Rachel. But guess what happened? The Most High gave his blessing, favor to who? To Leah. And that's just an example for you brothers, man. When you go out there, when you see a beautiful woman, you have to, you see this truth. The reason I'm bringing it out just for you to understand. We talk about Jacob travel, but at the same time, I'm using that analogy to help brother to say, how you choose people, how you see people, you gotta be careful. You don't let people come around you because they have money necessarily, or because they look good, or because they can help. No. You check the spirit. And a lot of our people nowadays, they're not spiritual, man. Even in the truth. Everything is on the outside looking. Oh, yeah, I can see the brother, man. He got money, he can help me. Okay, come and join my camp. You see a brother that's not a bit like, a bit slow. He said, no. You're not ready. That's the most I don't see it like that, man. You see, so even Jacob travel is coming to as a lesson for us, right? To leave our carnal ways. See, the Most High come with the whole thing to break down the facts that's on us, the carnality that's on us, the pride that's on us, right? Now let's go into precept and let's go into it, man.
Let's go.
All right, let's go into it. Start Genesis 29. Genesis 29, you still read verse 1, verse 2, and you can jump to verse 17. Or if you want, read the whole thing a bit quick. So people can see, you know, instead of jumping, read it a bit quick.
Okay.
Are you going again? Yeah, read it.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 1. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. Verse 2.
Right.
And he looked, and behold, a well in the fields.
Right.
And lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it.
Read it.
For out of that they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth. Right. Verse 3. And thither were all the rocks gathered, and they rolled the stone from the well's mouth, and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in its place. Verse 4. And Jacob said unto them, My brethren, whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. Verse 5. And he said unto them, know ye Laban, the son of Nahor?
Right.
And they said, we know him. Verse 6. And he said unto them,
right.
Is he well?
Right.
And they said, he is well.
Right.
And behold, Rachel, his daughter, cometh with the sheep.
Right.
Verse 7. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. Verse 8. And they said, we cannot, until the flocks be gathered together.
Right.
Until they roll the stone from the well's mouth.
Right. So now jump to 17. You guys can read it so you can have the context. I just wanted to make a brief introduction to see that's when, you know, Jacob met, you know, his mother, brother, which is Laban. Laban had like two daughters. You know, Rachel, which is very beautiful, and Leah, which is not too beautiful. So that's how he met his uncle. He's gonna work for his uncle, but work for his uncle and marry his two daughters. But that's what he's talking about. Carry on.
Yeah.
Verse 17.
Then we water the sheep.
Verse 17, yeah.
No, Verse 17. Leah was tender-eyed.
You see, Leah was tender-eyed, meaning her eye was a bit, you know, like, you know that one. She's not, so you know, she's not. You know, like, you see some woman, you see, like, damn it! Some woman be like, yeah, go on.
Legless.
Yeah, she's like, no, she's not lame. Leah is not lame. Yeah, Rachel's the lame. Leah is not lame. If you want to go into the UK slang. Yeah, read it.
Verse 17.
Right?
Leah was tender-eyed.
Right?
But Rachel was beautiful and well-favored.
And well-favored, see that? Rachel was beautiful and well-favored, man. But she was beautiful. You know, when a woman is beautiful and people love her, everyone, you know, and the one that's not too beautiful, but people, sometimes the Most High, right? He gives more favor to the one that's not lame. That's what people don't understand. A woman that will give you blessings, she's not necessarily look. A woman that is not lame, that's your wife. A woman that's lame, that's your side thing. That's how you choose. That's wisdom. For you brothers that want to be in the truth and you love women a lot, this is how you choose a woman if you really want to understand how it
goes. I love the Most High because if I focus on the Most High, the Most High will give me the right.
Right.
I can't lust off what I see because what I see and what really is two different things.
Right.
Shit, I was at the bar, what was it, Wednesday? I was at the bar. And obviously,
you see how we talk about Jacob trouble, we go into something?
Yeah.
See that?
I was at the bar.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Now we read it.
Quick testimony.
Yes.
I was at the bar, yeah, on Wednesday, football mates and the teammates. And obviously, we were playing cards, innit? And then we looked at the woman at the bar, and then my bedroom was like, what? Is she your type?
Be louder.
My bedroom was like, is she your type?
Right.
I said, not really, like, she's not my type. But when I went to the bar, ordered a drink, got some food, spoke to her, and her personality was beautiful. So it shows that
you can't deal with looks.
Yeah, because
looks can be deceiving, bro.
See that?
But personality was good, so kind of relates.
Exactly. So that's it, man. Right?
Yeah, that's
carry on reading, man. It's getting interesting. Carry on reading.
Verse 18.
Right?
And Jacob loved Rachel.
See that? And Jacob loved Rachel. Carry on.
And said, I will serve thee 7 years.
Right, so Jacob, you know, with his spirit, he's like, you know what, he was very crafty. Jacob is very crafty, and the Ephraimite, they took after that personality. That's why the Ephraimite are very good with scamming, all of those things. That's the personality of Jacob they took. The 419 in that, right? Carry on.
I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
See that? Carry on.
Verse 19.
Like that. But he's going against the law because the firstborn, the lady, have to be married before that's the law. Yeah, that's the culture. The first one has to get married before the little one. That's how it is, man. Because the most are supposed to be fair, right? But fast forward, what's going on? You go, little sister that got children, they're married, and then the big sister don't have nothing.
eventually the woman,
the order is not, the order is not.
Jealous.
But truthfully, the mindset is different between the younger and the older.
No. What we're saying is this. Okay. When we were in order, when we were sovereign, everything was done in decency and order. Back fast forward in this society where we're not sovereign, where we're under captivity, it's like a jungle. Yeah, and it creates a lot of frustration in family and that. It's not supposed to be that way. But yeah, carry on.
Verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee. Than that I should give her. Than that I shall give her to another man.
Right, so let me say, yo, I will give you, don't worry, man.
It's better that I give her
to my family
you than I give to someone else.
Stranger.
Yeah, stranger. It's better that I give her to thee.
Yeah, carry on, my life. That's verse 4. Alright, so go to 30 now, jump to 30. You brothers can read it, they can read it, the whole thing, to understand it. Go jump to 30. Because of time, you have to, jump to 30.
Verse 30. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah.
You see that? So they got married in that. You know what I'm saying? So Yahweh gave Leah to Rachel, to Jacob, and then after 7 years he gave Rachel to Jacob, right? Now understand, keep going. Verse 30, you read 30, we'll go to 31.
And served with him yet 7 other years.
Right, see, carry on.
Verse 31. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated,
right, you see that? So Leah was in love by Jacob, man. I want you to understand that she was despised. And when you read this one, understand how the Most High operate. There's no point reading, but you don't understand. You can't apply in your life. You should apply this one every day. I said it in the beginning, I said, don't despise people based on their looks, based on their countenance, and based on whatever you know about it. No, based it on what the Most High told you about them. Okay, read it.
Verse 31.
Right.
And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb.
You see that? So two women are in the house.
Sisters.
One beautiful, one not so beautiful. And the Jacob being carnal, like all Jacob, much respect to our forefather, but we just let you know this is what it is, He was carnal because he saw the woman, she got a beautiful ass, and she's beautiful, and it's like, yo, I love that one, man. But Rachel didn't have the big thing, she wasn't really into playing that. He said, no, I can't fuck with this one, so to speak, But what did the Most High do? I've been speaking so
one wasn't so nice,
one was so smart. You see that? That's how the Most High works. It's always like it never fails. See that? Every time we speak, the Most High will manifest something, right?
To bring it
yes, just so we can understand it better. Read it, Malak. Read it.
He opened her womb, but Rachel was barren.
See that? So he opened he opened a Leah womb, but Rachel was barren, Alright, so
barren, that means nothing.
No, barren means she can't give birth.
What, Rachel?
Yeah.
What? Didn't she eventually?
No, eventually something happened, but we're not there yet. But we're just showing to people how the Most High opened the womb of Leah based on the fact that, she was taken by her husband, but Yahweh loved her. So the people that you despise have the most grace in the eyes of Yahweh. The people that you say like, oh, these guys, no, the Most High loved them more. You understand? And that's what this Jacob trouble that's happening. He has now to allow us to really get close to Yahweh in all humility, man. You gotta be humble like Leah, man. If you're all outy and proud, like Rachel, you ain't gonna get it, man, in Jacob trouble. The people that will be saved out of Jacob are the humble one, the lowly one, the one that follow the Most High. Okay? It's time to humble down, man. Jacob trap, I'm using that analogy for you to understand. Okay? And like I said, in the world, everything that's glitter is not gold, man.
Gold. Everything that glitter is not gold.
Okay?
What do you want more?
I just wanted to like
spin it.
Try to add a bit more if you can. Yeah. So where are you now? What verse are you now?
32.
All right. Yeah, go to all the way to 35. Verse 32 to 35. Yeah. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Verse 32. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben.
Right. See that? So Leah, and you're going to see as we read here, you're going to see all the children that Leah, the most hated, they had children that are actually leaders among the tribes, man. And the children that Rachel birth are the one that I wouldn't say give the most problem, but are the one with the most attitude, like Benjamin, the warrior. But when you read the Bible, they did a lot of things. Ephraim, they have their little ways as well. That's the reason why. But they're the most successful. Ephraim is no, I can't do that. Ephraim is the Nigerians.
Okay.
And also you can say the Puerto Rican as well if you want to go into it. Because a lot of them went to America. And also a lot of the Jake, and you think to be Judah in America, they're Ephraim.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Carry on.
But she said, surely the Lord has looked upon my affliction.
See that? Surely the Lord has looked upon my affliction, man. Reuben. Right? And we all know about Reuben, man. Reuben and the Congolese people, the Angolan people, and a lot of them went to South America, especially Brazil. Yeah, they have that dance because Reuben, he was well endowed, and also he's about that energy, that cultural energy, that sexual energy, the salsa dance, the football, the dance with the hip, the waist dance, like
when
you know what I'm saying?
At the parties, they go, wow,
right.
That's the one I want to baby.
Right, the Reuben Nigeria move, man. Yeah. All right, and then that's the spirit. But obviously we went into that already in the lesson. If the Most High allowed me to go into more things, I will go into it, but the Brother Ashana already did it. Beautiful work, so I'm just using a segment of it to make a point as we go along, yeah? So carry on.
Now,
what verse is that?
The end of verse 22.
Right, carry on.
Now therefore, my husband will love me.
Right.
Verse 33. And she conceived again.
Right.
And bare a son. And said, because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me the son also. Right. And she called his name Simeon.
You see that? So Simeon as well. You see? Simeon as well was, so she had 2 children already. Imagine in your house, you got a beautiful woman in the yard. She ain't got no children. But the one that's not beautiful have children. They're like, bro, what's going on? The woman, I know women, the beautiful woman will be like, look at me, beautiful woman like me. I can't even have a child. And look at these women, they have a child. No, my life. So you didn't get the whole thing.
Okay.
So when you read it, it shows you that Leah was given the favor of the Most High because she was hated by Jacob, her husband. Jacob, her husband, he didn't really rate her. Jacob, her husband, really hate her little sister, which is Rachel. So the Most High said, that's not fair. She's a big sister. Just because she's not beautiful, you don't want to love her? Okay, you know what? I'm going to favor her. I'm going to give her children, and I'm going to make Rachel barren. So I say, imagine a beautiful woman in a house with a not so beautiful woman in the same house, you know, being co-wives to one man, and a beautiful woman don't have children, but the woman that's the woman that's not that beautiful have children. The woman that's beautiful will have a feel some type of way. She will look herself in the mirror and say, "Look how beautiful I am. How? Come on, my husband loves me. He shakes when he see me. How can he not give me?"
I don't question that.
And the lesson is that the blessing of the Most High is not according to how you look or to your social status. Okay? In fact, the Most High loves the lowlies. The lesson today of Leah is the fact that the Most High loves the lowlies. He doesn't love the proud. They ain't got shit. The proud ain't got nothing. The proud, the suffering. All these men that you see trying to be beautiful 10 out of 10, they are suffering. And a lot of them that they're using as side chicks. A lot of them are used that men that are wise will never go and take a 10 out of women. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? It's like planting. It's like planting, right? It's like planting. Like corn by the side of the road. Everyone come pick up one and go. It's not safe out here, man. You're gonna have to fight every day to go 10 out of 10. So wisdom shall be applied to you Israelite out there, man. You can't be carnal and say that you're in the truth. A woman will give you it's Yahweh, and we seen it. You got a brother that the Most I gave him a woman that's a Leah spirit. Alright? They left the Leah woman, Leah spirit woman, and they went to a Rachel woman, and right now they lost the Rachel. Because they weren't wise. And you know what? Leah was that girl that compared to Leah. She was in the truth. And the woman that is Rachel, she wasn't even in the truth. You left the woman that's in the truth because she's not your type. You went to a woman that's your type, that's not in the truth, and she ended up leaving you. So how is that wisdom? How can you be a man of the Lord and you don't apply the word that you read every day? It's not just coming out there and talking, you know, or preaching. The aim, the object is to apply everything that we read in our lives. That's the object. All right? So where are we now?
Verse 34.
Right, read it.
Verse 34. And she conceived again.
Right, and she conceived again. You see that?
And bare a son.
Right?
And said, now this time, right, will my husband be dread unto me.
See that? Carry on.
Because I have borne him.
Because I have borne him
3 sons.
3 sons.
Therefore, was his name called Levi.
So Levi is the priest of Israel.
Yes.
Can you imagine that the woman that is not loved bring forth a priest? Levi is the priesthood tribe, man. Yeah. The priest tribe, man. Lisa is not to be messed with.
You think the Levites are more connected with Yahweh?
Yeah, obviously they're the priest. That's why you pay tithe to the Levites. You know, and can no one tell me, oh, you know, you don't pay tithe? No, we don't, because the new covenant, we're not under the new covenant, we're rehearsing the new covenant. We're rehearsing the law, so you still have to pay tithe. But because you don't know who the Levites are, you're in darkness. That's why I'm telling you, knowing who you are is key to even growing in this truth, man. People don't understand what this thing. They think it's a joke. No, you know, no, you gotta know, and the Most High allow you to know, man. The Spirit is on us to show us these things, you know. All right. So what verse is that? You see that? So the woman that's less favored by Jacob is keep bringing all these very important tribes in Israel, man. You see that? So you will see a woman, she may not be beautiful, but the minute you start having sex with her, you get a better job. She will help you to get your health back.
Upgrade.
She will upgrade you. But the people like, this guy's not too, but you go now and slap a so-called 10 out of 10. Next thing you know, you go, oh bro, nothing but, have you been through that? Nothing but curses, man. That's what it is to be spiritual, to understand how to move, man.
This one's a lesson to me still.
To understand how to move, man. What verse is that?
Verse 34.
Yeah, carry on.
Verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she said, now will I praise the Lord.
Right.
Therefore called his name Judah.
You see, oh!
And left bearing.
So Leah brought forth Judah, man. Leah, the most hated woman, brought forth the leader of all tribes, man.
Judah.
Damn it! If that is not a lesson to learn today, right? I don't know. If you ain't learned nothing yet, since you've been in this truth, you better learn that one, you know. That will help you. And okay, really, it's not about, you know, the knowledge that you know. It's about how you apply the truth. We got brothers that don't know much, but because they apply the little that they know, they're blessed. They're blessed.
I would say we're on the curse.
We can still be blessed though.
We can still be blessed, because that's the reason why you come in the truth, is to be blessed, is to rehearse the, just as you rehearse the law, it's the same way you rehearse the blessing. The Most High can bless you if you start keeping the law correctly, man. He can bless you. He won't give you the kingdom right now, but he will give you certain things that you like, yeah.
Try and follow the laws.
It doesn't have to be all difficult, you know. It doesn't have to be all madness, you know. It can be peaceful as well. If you know what you're doing in this truth. You can have certain blessings. That's what it is, man. Alright, so now let's go to Genesis 30. We're not done. Genesis 30, man. Let's read it. Let's read Genesis 30 all the way, and then we go to the next thing.
Oh, from 1 to 41, fam?
No. Maybe 1 to 24, but yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah, read it.
This is Genesis, chapter 30, verse 1.
Right?
And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob,
you see that? And when Rachel saw that she birthed Judah,
that she bare Jacob,
right?
No children, Rachel envied her sister.
You see that? Rachel envied her sister, man. You see, Rachel like, no, I'm not having this, bro. Look, 4 children came out of the situation, man, and I don't even have a child. Can you imagine how Rachel felt with her beautiful self, with her 10 out of 10 self? Like 6 out of 10 is having the strong children, and like, what's going on, man?
Envious.
Of course you're gonna be envious. So look at what she did now. This is what you look. The 10 out of 10 women that you have, this is what they're gonna do. They're tricksters, man. Let me tell you something. Demons love these beautiful women too. Demons love to dwell in these beautiful women too.
Oh, Veronica.
All right. So read it, Malak.
Yeah.
Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children, or else I die. What she wanted
She was there, she was like, nah, I can't take this anymore, man. You know what I mean? She was like, I can't take this anymore, bro. You know what I mean? It wasn't easy, but watch what she did, though. Watch what she did, man. You know? Watch what she did.
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, I am in Yahweh's stead. You have withheld from thee the fruit of the womb.
So Jacob is telling her, what are you getting upset for, man? It's not my fault that you can't give birth. That's the Most High, man. You know? That's the Most High. Read it.
Obviously.
Bye-bye.
He's basically angry at Jacob was angry at Rachel. Because obviously, he was saying basically.
Read it. Read what he was saying. You understand it better. Read it again.
Yeah, I'm reading about trying to decipher.
Yeah, read it again.
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger.
No. Read verse 1 to understand verse 2.
This is Genesis chapter 30, verse 1.
Right?
And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob.
And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob.
No children.
Right?
Rachel envied her sister.
Right. See that? Carry on.
And said unto Jacob, give me children.
You see that? So she went and put a pressure on Jacob.
Yeah.
This is what they do, man. Instead of understanding what's going on spiritually, they'll come and put a pressure on you. Look, if you don't do this, I'll do that, you know. Or if you don't do this, I'll do that, you know.
Or else I die.
You see that? But back in time, they were more in the right mind. They were more in the right mind, so they would say, I'll die. But today, they will say, I'll go and fuck your best friend. I'll go and fuck your uncle. Or I will leave you.
Or not even I'll kill myself.
Well, you think they're going to kill yourself for you?
No, I'm thinking what she's saying to Jacob.
No, that's what she's saying to Jacob. I say that was back in time, they were more in the right mind. But today, they're gonna kill themselves for a man. They're gonna go have sex with someone else. Yeah, back then, yeah, definitely. Yeah, she got pissed off. She go like, no, fuck it, man. I'm gonna kill my. Yeah, she got in a feeling bad because like, bro, she blamed Jacob. For something that Jacob cannot control.
Yeah, that's why
Jacob told her, he said, yeah, like this is Yahweh, you know, it's not mine.
Exactly.
It's not mine, it's not me, it's Yahweh. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, read it.
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel. And he said, I am in Yahweh's stead, who have withheld from thee the fruit of the womb. So he's telling her, it's not my fault, it's Yahweh that's doing it.
Right.
He's the one that's not letting me have children right
That's right.
So he's basically saying, put her in check.
Yeah, of course he put her in check. Because she's going, you know, she's going off, you know? Yeah, really what happened.
Verse 3. And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah go in unto her.
So she's saying now, you know what? I'm tired now. Like bring Bilhah. Bilhah is like a Syrian.
Maid.
You know, a maid, but she's Syrian. She was like of the stock of Yemen, I believe. Like they were like, you know, when you go to Somalia, you will see some of them. They're not Somalian, but they're Shemite. So it goes to show that, yeah, East Africa goes to show that our people, you know, when you see people say. That's why we always slap these other nations, because even the building of our nation was like that as well, you know? Like for example, Judah went into a Canaanite woman, something like that. So that's what it is, man. You know, but really, so she told Jacob, go and slap these seven, man, and bring me a child.
That's exactly what Sarah said.
Yeah, but Sarah, yeah, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But in her case, she did it out of spite because her sister was having all those children.
She's trying to like make conflict.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you know, she's like, yeah, I'm gonna have a baby too. I don't care, man. You know, even though it's the seven that had a child, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what's
happening, bro.
Bro, man, he doesn't give a shit. Let's go, man. What do you think this is?
Verse 3.
And also, it's not an issue to slap his servant in his biblical. The Bible
doesn't make it right, though.
No. It's biblical to slap his servant. If she's not married or whatever, you can take her. You know, after the 7 years of her working, you can take her as your wife. But she don't be subordinate woman. Subordinate wife. It's lawful. You know, it's lawful. Yeah, read it, man.
Verse 3. And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah, go in unto her, and she shall bear upon my niece, that I may also have children by her.
Carry on.
Verse 4. And she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. Verse 5. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. Verse 6. And Rachel said, Yahweh hath judged me, and have also heard my voice, and have given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
See that? So she, the first child that Bilhah is Dan, man. The Bilhah, although Dan was like the first rebel, man, in Israel, man.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan went wayward, like early in the game, bro. Early in the game. Carry on.
Verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid.
And you have to be careful what the decision that you're making in haste in this truth. The fruit thereof are usually not good. The decision that you make in life in this truth, like when you haste, you don't wanna be patient. No, I need to get mine, bro. You're gonna go
haste to make waste.
And yes, and the fruit thereof ain't gonna be good. So we have this, all these are lessons, you know. All these are lessons. Read it, my love.
Verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again, and bare Jacob a second son.
Okay. So Bilhah again, yeah, go on.
Verse 8. And Rachel said with great wrestlings, have I wrestled with my sister.
Okay.
And I have prevailed.
You see that all are in the spirit of strife, in the spirit of spite, and feeling that carry on.
And she called his name Naphtali.
Naphtali, man. You know? Carry on.
Naphtali.
Naphtali is one of the tribe, man. You have to come to class, bro. Yeah, carry on.
Verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left bearing, she took Zilpah,
right,
her maid.
See, now she influenced Leah.
Another maid.
You know what I'm saying? So Leah now said, you know what, okay, I'm going to take the maid as well.
And now they like sending shots to each other.
Yeah, that's women for you, man.
Using Jacob,
yeah, that's women for you, man. But all of that was the plan of the Most High, you know. But at the same time, it's a lesson for us to learn. Okay, what to do, what not to do. So it's the play of Yahweh, but in that play, there's a lesson for us. You know, so we can be great men. So read it.
Verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left bearing,
right,
she took Zilpah, her maid,
right,
and gave her Jacob to wife.
Right.
Verse 10. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. Verse 11. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name God.
Right, God. Carry on.
Verse 12. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son.
Right, carry on.
Verse 13. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed.
Right.
And she called his name Asher.
Asher, carry on.
Verse 14.
Asher is the Moroccan people for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, it's in carry on. And all these people, they went to the northern tribe used to be in that area called the Zidon and Tyrese, which is the Mediterranean Sea, North Africa. And they went, you know, through the Strait of Gibraltar. If I got time, I'll make a lesson on it. And that's how they went to, they fell into the sea and they went into America. You know what I mean? So history is there, it's right there for us. Alright? Carry on.
Verse 14. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field.
Right, and if that term mandrake is love apple. It's an aphrodisiac. Yeah. Alright? So Reuben had that thing, you know what I'm saying, where he knows how to use his thing, take care of a woman, do things. That's the spirit basically. He took the strength of his father, but he's the first son. Yeah, he's not. He's talking about it. Because they know that he got the mandrake. So the women are like, bro, man, come and slap it, bro. What can I do? I'm weak, you know. You know women. Come on. Yeah, carry on.
And found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother, Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes.
Yeah, so Rachel was like, she was to trick again. Leah's like, you know, I'm going to take her son, Reuben mandrake. So, Jacob can give me like a strong son. But check what happened, carry on.
Verse 15. And she said unto her, verse 15. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband, and wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight, for thy son's mandrakes. Verse 16. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said, thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes. And he lay with her that night. Verse 17. And Yahweh hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob's So and bear Jacob the 5th son.
Right. That would be Issachar. And strong.
What's the other one? Mali? Guinea-Bissau?
Yeah, Mali, yeah, all that area. Mali. And these are the windows to conquer Rome. And, you know, the self-build of the Roman Empire and all of that. That's deep. You know, that's very deep. Carry on.
Verse 18. And Leah.
Issachar is going to be Mexican as well. Some of them went there as well, but the Mexican work hard as well. So it must be Issachar amongst them. Carry on.
Verse 18. And Leah said, Yahweh hath given me my hire.
You see that Yahweh has given me my hire. Carry on.
Because I have given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar.
Right, carry on.
Verse 19. And Leah conceived again, and bare Jacob the 6th son. Verse 20. And Leah said, Yahweh hath endued me with a good dowry. Now my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun. Verse 21. And afterwards she bare a daughter, and called her name Dinah. Dinah. Verse 22. And Yahweh remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her and opened her womb. Verse 23. And she conceived and bare a son, and said, Yahweh hath taken away my reproach. Verse 24. And she called his name Joseph, and said, the Lord shall add to me another son.
See that? So add. And that's why the Ephraimite is a lot, very fruitful, right? Nigeria is the biggest, you know, black nation, you know, Negro, so-called Negro, brown nation, you know, they're very fruitful, you know. That's the understanding, you know, about the nation. All right, and then now that I talk about Joseph, let's go down to Rachel, you know, birth who? Joseph, Ephraim. You know, and Ephraim, and that's the reason why Jacob loved Ephraim so much, because he's sweet woman. Right. He's sweet Rachel birth Joseph. So like, no, that's my baby, man. That's mine. You know, because you love the children of the woman like, oh, that's this how it is. You understand it now?
That's why I gave him the colorful.
Exactly.
This is
right. That's my thing. That's mine right there. And if you read Genesis 44, read it, you will see that, you know, Jacob was really troubled when Joseph was sold, man.
That's his boy.
That's his boy. Well, even Benjamin as well. Benjamin is like the last one. Go to Genesis. Go to Genesis 35 and 18. You have to finish. You have to finish on that, of course. You know, make it complete. Let's talk about Benjamin. But Benjamin is the last one. You know, Benjamin is a spoiled baby boy. It's a baby spoiled child. If you see in family, the last one, they always, not all the time, but for the most part, they always
Congo.
Spoiled. Always spoiled.
Oh shit, you're right.
You ready? This is Genesis.
Reuben.
Yeah. Reuben.
He's from Congo. Yeah, probably Reuben. If it's not, probably because he got Reuben and Jamaica as well. Put it this way. You see, the one that sing the spiritual song in Jamaica. Yeah? The one that sing the spiritual song in Jamaica, for the most part, the Levi. The one that sing the warrior song in Jamaica, the warrior song, the bounty killer and them, they are Benjamin.
Sizzla.
They are Sizzla, probably, Sizzla is definitely Levi. Buju Banton would be a Benjamin, probably. Alright? But Vasca, that's Benjamin. Sizzler and all of them, you know, will be the Capleton, and that will be, you know, the Levite, because they're spiritual with it. All right. Now the one that come with the dance, Jamaica, for the most part, that will be Reuben. Because the way for us to know our tribe, the Most High put certain spirits that are in phase with the prophecy in the Bible to show who we are, who the tribes are. That's the only way that makes sense. If I want my children to know who they are, from what I said in the beginning, when they come back in their reincarnation, I'll make their spirit act in a compliance or in a phase, all right, with the prophecies in the beginning. And that's what's going on. All right, so now go to Genesis 35 and 18.
This is Genesis chapter 35, verse 18.
Right?
And it came to pass, as her soul was in the parting, for she died, that she called his name Benoni.
And you know, the beginning, Africa, that's like a sign to show that, you know, that's the area. Yeah, Benoni, yeah, carrier?
That she called his name Benoni, but his father,
Jacob,
called him Benjamin.
See that? So Rachel birthed Benjamin when she died. You know, so she died. Now, you know, like someone at 50, I'll give you an example, man. You see 50 Cent, he was born, you know, without his dad and his mom. His mom died when he was young. His mom died when he was young. His mom got killed when he was young. So that drove him crazy. So imagine Benjamin now growing up without his mom.
That's why he's got pain.
That's why Benjamin is the way Benjamin is, man.
Are you from Jamaica, isn't it?
He's from Jamaica. But we don't know who his dad is, you know, that's the thing.
That's true.
We don't know who his dad is. But probably his dad is Benjamin as well.
Yeah, probably.
Because that area, Jamaica Ave or Jamaica Queens, and that's where the Jamaican, when they came from that posse, shower posse, yeah? That's where these people were ruthless. That was Benjamin, that warrior spirit. That's what 50 Cent has. So you see, it's all in the spirit, man. All right, so the conclusion of the matter is, you know, Jacob travel is again a lesson. It's a lesson, man. So the first lesson is, you know, Jacob is traveled. Jacob will be traveled, and it shows by what? The Jamaican, you know, and the Nigerian, you know, being taken by the CDC situation. All right? Yeah, don't say nothing. But yeah, that's how it's coming. See, now I use that to explain to you what happened, the whole energy behind it. All right? And also, I'm showing you that when you see a woman, all right, that's beautiful, don't think that don't assume or come to the conclusion, oh, you have a 10 out of 10. A lot of brothers are taken by that. Especially brothers that are born in this country or bred in this country or grew up in this country. It's everything about the ten, the beautiful women. But the beautiful women ain't gonna bring nothing. Not all of them. Some of them are good, but for the most part, there are. Because when a woman is beautiful, she's taken by a lot of energy because she got access. All right, so she cannot focus on the spiritual things. She's focusing about how to be a diva, how to be a so-called queen or whatever. Carnal. But a woman that's humble because she's not too beautiful, she put her spirit in to get her strength from the spiritual side of things. So people need to look into that. That's one. That's the two. The third one.
My sister told me, a good friend of mine, the sister that just came, she said that she's a high priest.
She's not a high priest, obviously. She's a high priest, she's a high priest on the left side. Right? So the point is, you know, the third one is don't be carnal, man. See, Jacob traveled, Jacob traveled, all right, has to do with Shah in the Lashawana Quadash. You know, the Shah, which means teeth. So the brothers, go to Isaiah 65 and 13. The brothers who are keeping humble, who are keeping spiritual, will have their teeth, man. Right now, the men of the Lord, you know, have toothache. I'm spiritually speaking, you know, they're not strong enough. But in that time, they'll be given strength. They'll be renewed.
35
Okay?
verse.
No, 45 and 13. You know? And for those who want to be carnal, you will have toothache in that time. You won't, and that's where it goes into the fact that you won't be able to survive, because at that time Esau will want everyone to be under that beast, man. Okay? You need a teeth, you need a strong teeth, you need a power, man. So in order to be powerful, you gotta be spiritual. Get in the knowledge, get in the new wine, man. Alright, read the last precept and we're gonna close out, man.
What verse? 14?
13.
13. This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 13.
Right?
I have raised him up in righteousness,
I raised for it right here.
and I will direct all his ways. 13. 49, 65. It's nothing.
It's fine.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65, verse 13.
That out.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord,
Right.
Yahweh, behold, my servants
Right.
shall eat.
See that? Behold, so you will have the teeth. In short season, you'll be able to eat because you kept it humble, you kept it spiritual, follow the spirits. You didn't rebel. You wasn't a knuckleheaded or like a rebel, because you got a lot of rebel in this truth. They just don't know that they're rebel. They don't follow the spirit, man. You know, that's why the spirit don't work with them like that. It's just the truth. You know? Carry on.
But ye shall be hungry.
Right?
Behold,
And behold,
my servants shall drink.
you see, my servant shall drink, carry on.
But ye shall be thirsty.
See that?
Behold, my servants shall rejoice.
Right?
But ye shall be ashamed.
See that? So Jacob trouble is coming, man. Yeah? Gain the spirit. Gain the spirit. Yeah? So hopefully you will edify. You know, we'll see you again next Shabbat. You know, Lord willing, Yahweh to Zakah. You know, we'll turn to the east and we'll give our praise. Yahweh, Ma'ashir, Yahushua, Aha, Rakah, Madash. One Yeshua.
I like the spot's perfect, you know. Where the shade, like the sunshine.
You know what I mean?
No? Huh? Oh, I think it's still.